Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Bella, and in this video I will be talking with you guys about how to move stress-free. I am sharing with you guys some ideas of mine, how I try to organize moving as easy and stress-free as possible. So if any one of you guys is moving at the moment, I hope that this video is helpful for you. My apartment is pretty much emptied, everything is boxed up. But the process of moving, it can be a little bit chaotic, especially when you are moving from another country to another, or if you're changing cities. But in my case, this is actually a very rare move for me. I am moving within one city. So as you guys know, I moved last year, exactly 1 year ago, from Germany to England. It just went a little bit unorganized, which I personally do not like. So this time that I'm moving, I made sure that I'm on time, and this will be just a very fun and enjoyable way of moving, because I'm very much looking forward to change apartments. It's such a exciting and new chapter of my life. So let's just go 1 week back in time, and I'm gonna take you through all the steps that I went through, packing my things and ending up in this progress that everything is already boxed up and I don't have to worry about anything else anymore. So when it comes to making move very stress-free and enjoyable, I would say the number one thing to do is to stay organized as much as possible. So the first thing I want to mention when we're talking about how to move stress-free is to plan enough time for the move. Yes, this can be a little bit challenging and difficult, depending on how big your move is. If you're moving a house, or if you're just moving from room to room, or from your flat to flat, it takes a different amount of time. So in my case, I am moving from my old apartment to a slightly bigger apartment. So I kind of do not have that much stuff to pack, especially because I was living in this apartment, which one was furnished already. But trust me, there is still a lot of things and still more boxes than I initially thought in the beginning. But that's exactly what I mean. Plan enough time, so even if you get a little bit overwhelmed with all your stuff that you have to move, it's all right, because you're not gonna get into a stressful situation, because you have enough time and you can take breaks and actually just go in enough time through all your stuff and make sure that nothing is going missing and everything will be packed up. Once you have set your moving date, I would recommend you about a few days and to up to 1 week to take enough time for moving. So what should you do 1 week before the move? So this is very important. I personally like to go through every room and just to scan kind of the amount of stuff that I have, and just prepare with ordering enough boxes, thinking about, do I need a moving company to help me to move these things, or can I maybe ask some friends to help me, because you need to notice them as well in time that they have availability to help you guys. So this is something like, I personally this time set myself a time frame from 1 week. That within 1 week I would have organized everything is packed up, I don't need to worry about anything else. So I am pretty much in time, because I have 2 more days left and everything is already packed, which feels amazing, and I can just relax and I don't have to worry about anything at this point. So once you have set your date and you are ready to actually start moving, first thing to take care of is to order boxes. So when you have like kind of in mind how much or how many boxes you need, you can just go scroll through online shops. I purchased my boxes from Amazon, and here is a very good and handy tip. I would recommend you to spend a few extra pounds on these boxes. Why? Because boxes are a good way to store things in your storage unit in your home, or another thing which is very nice, if you have moved and you don't need the boxes anymore, trust me, if your family or friends are moving, they will be so happy if you can give them some boxes. And you know, if you spend those extra pounds on a little bit high quality boxes, you can reuse them actually like many times. Moving does cost a little bit of money, so if you can gift the boxes to friends or family, I'm sure they will be very happy about that little help. And yeah, so this comes actually very handy if you get good boxes. Another thing why getting good boxes is so crucial is because this is actually like, I can't even believe that this is a thing, but yeah, there are boxes, they are not carrying any weight and they might break. And if you are moving with, for example, or if these boxes have some content like plates or some kitchen supplies in it, and imagine this box breaking and all your stuff breaking, that's like the worst nightmare ever. So definitely go with good boxes and make sure that they have good reviews and they can carry enough weight depending on what you're planning to put into these boxes. And the thing is, you know, I wouldn't overdo ordering too many boxes. I would just slightly try to guess how much you need, and while you are packing, you can see if you need more boxes, because I personally tend to order way too many boxes. Take your time and you can always reorder more boxes. Now you have already like put a time schedule on your move, so you know, okay, on this date I'm gonna move. I have 7 days time. I have already started to order my boxes, so they will be arriving. I have already asked my friends in time, noticed them that I need some extra help, or you have hired some professional moving company to help you with that. These are like the first steps you should do to make just everything organized and less stressful for you to move, because now you can actually concentrate on the fun part of moving, which would be packing. But before we do that, I highly recommend you, this is my other lifesaver, and especially like the one that literally is helping me when I'm in the new apartment. Take your suitcase and start packing for a few days, for even up to a week of your things that you will be needing, because you will be living out of this suitcase. Yes, this sounds a little bit funny, but I'm telling you, if you do this, it will save you so much time in the new home, because you never know what will happen. Will be everything delivered on time? So if you just pack your suitcase like you would go for a vacation, which is actually really fun, you just make sure that you have everything you need. I personally even like to leave a little bit of space for the last minute when I'm leaving, just to put my makeup bag and just like, you know, random small things that I didn't pack into the suitcase and just pack it up. So I have everything, like I have my clothes for the week, I have my makeup and my skincare and just everything else that I might need. So this is making sure that whatever happens, if some boxes get lost, or if, I don't even know, you're not on time with the move, you can actually live out of the suitcase. So once we have packed our little travel suitcase, the actual fun begins, which is starting to box up the whole home. So everybody has like its own kind of system on how to box and stuff. But what I want to tell you guys, one very easy tip to stay organized is to start packing room by room. And usually I like to start in the kitchen, but that's like totally up to you, what feels for you the most comfortable. So when you start packing, just try to make sure that you pack the things that you won't need in this time. Just leave like a few plates and kitchen supplies that you will need for cooking for the next days, and pack them at the end when you are leaving, the last night before that. That's totally fine. And the good thing about packing room by room, you just stay way more organized. You can actually see the progress that you're moving and what needs to be done. In my experience, the worst thing you can do is to start packing overall, meaning every single room at the same time. Trust me, I have done that many times, and doing that has cost me so much time, so much nerves, and I just don't recommend it. So what I recommend instead is to go room by room. And the good thing as well, going room by room, is that the boxes that you're packing, you can make sure that you stay kind of organized with the content of the boxes, which will be in the future when you're at your new home so much more easy to unpack everything if you have the boxes sorted with the content. So kitchen goes in one box, or like in your set of boxes, your bedroom stuff goes into the own section of bedroom boxes. This will just save you so much time, and you will be less likely to forget some things or just, you know, freak out because you have like no idea what you packed and in which boxes, what content. So I definitely recommend you to go room by room. So while packing room by room, I highly recommend you to get a pen and label the boxes as specific as you possibly can. I personally like to also have like a organization system on how I pack the boxes. So for example, when I'm packing now in the kitchen area, for example, I like to use 1 or 2 boxes for my plates. Then I like to use another box for kitchen supplies. And then I like to use 1 or how many boxes for my spices. So I personally do not like to mix them because when you will unpack them, it will be just way more easy to go box by box and organize your new cabinets with the single boxes. So this will save you just so much time to go again through all the contents and organize them. So try to keep in mind while packing that the more organized you are, the less stressful the unpacking will be. And I again have to mention, try to label the boxes as specific as you can, because when the boxes arrive, either you're doing it yourself or you have some movers to help you with the move, it's likely going to be that the boxes will like mix up, and not every box will be placed in the room that it's meant to be. So it will definitely save you time. You don't have to open the boxes and look what's inside. You can also just make sure by labeling the boxes the correct way that when you're looking for something, for example, when you're starting to cook yourself something in the new apartment and you're missing your favorite pan, you actually know in which box it is. So yeah, when you're finally done with packing all the boxes up and you decided to go room by room, which is such a help, and you labeled all the boxes with the specific content, what is in the box, and especially it's also good to add like to which room one box goes. Yeah, you basically made it. So it just takes time. That's why I mentioned earlier to plan enough time, especially like depending on how big your move is. Are you moving from a big house with many rooms, or do you have just one room you're moving? Depending on that, you should just plan the time and then stay focused and move and pack room by room.